Hi, real estate broker Josh Barker, and thank you for joining us for our market update for the month of February 2026. Like we like to do each month, let's go ahead and kick off that sales report. We're going to be looking at the sales for the last month, the month of January. We finished at 158 closings. If you go back 1 year ago, it's only a total of 129, so sales are up by over 20% year over year. If you look at the pendings, pendings were finishing off for the month of January, we finished at 206. Again, if you go back 1 year ago, there was a total of 172, so almost 20% again. So big picture, not only do we have closings up by over 20% year over year, but our pendings are also trending up, which is a really good sign for the market. Next thing to look at is just inventory. I know for those who are out there shopping right now, this is important. Right now, our inventory has climbed to about 742 properties for sale. If you go back 1 year ago, we were at 685 by the end of January. So our inventories are up about 8%, but I would say it's still stubborn. Right now, we have a lot of people stuck at that 3% mortgage rate, and they just can't relinquish that rate for today's current rates. In fact, I go one step further and say many people couldn't afford to live in the home they live in today if they had to pay today's interest rates in which to live in them. So we're going to be watching that going forward. Interest rates right now currently are averaging around 6%. The good news is that most experts are predicting that they're going to be coming down, so we'll be all watching for that. Just keep in mind that for every 1% that the interest rate drops, it can actually increase purchasing power by up to 10%. So certainly we want to see those rates coming down. It'll take some of that extra pressure off of the buyers in the market. Next thing I'll look at, I had some questions in our last market update about just the inventory of new homes being finished. So this last year, we finished at 174 new construction permits pulled in the city of Reading. That's really good news. We're up almost 50% over the year prior. Now there's two large builders that are contributing to the replenishing the housing supply. One is led by D.R. Horton, one of the nation's largest home builders, and of course our quality local builder, Palomar Builders, who's also a close second in terms of those new permits that are being pulled. So we'd love to see new inventory like this coming to market. And we think as prices go up over time, it's gonna take that pressure off of builders and we'll start to see a little bit more development taking place in the city. So we're all excited for that. The last thing to discuss is just the foreclosure market. We've had some questions around foreclosures, wanting to know what it looked like. I can't recall the last time I brought this up to you, about 6-8 months ago. We had foreclosures that were sitting in maybe that 80-90 range of total in foreclosure. Right now, when I looked this morning, it reported 148 properties that are in some stage of foreclosure. What that means is either they had a notice of default filed against the property, or they're already foreclosed and owned by the bank. So that number is a total of 148. Now keep in mind, that's not a huge issue. In fact, historically, only a little over 30% of these properties ever reach the market. So, even if all of these may hit the market at some point, it would take 6-8 months to do it. It might add 10 homes to the inventory each month. Just not a really big concern right now, but something that we'll continue to look at. As always though, if you guys have any additional questions regarding real estate here in Shasta County, we're always here to help. Thank you so much for taking your time with us today. Have a great day.